As the Bitcoin bears commenting on videos and all over Twitter for months turn out to be absolutely completely wrong as usual, Bitcoin breaches the $50, $51, and $52,000 level. As Bitcoin becomes legal tender in El Salvador in less than 24 hours and after purchasing its first giant clump of Bitcoin, is the stage now set for an absolutely wild second half of this bull run? I'm your host, Buster Cheeks, and today is a day worth absolutely dumping on in. After months of bears drawing WXYZ Elliott waves down to 20K, 10K, and even $5,000 per Bitcoin, it seems their report cards came out. And it looks as though they flunked out of baby school. Very big, and as we've been talking about, September was touted as an absolutely bearish month. But could this be the most bullish September of Bitcoin's history? Well, so if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to like, subscribe, turn notifications to these absolutely time-sensitive alerts. As well, we have about a week left of the ADA competition here, about 250,000 entries so far. Absolutely very big. If you're interested in earning APY, TA, bonuses, trading, make sure to check out the links in the description. And without any further ado, let's jump on it. So in less than 24 hours, El Salvador President Nayib Bukele confirmed Monday that his government has purchased its first 200 BTC ahead of the September 7th rollout of a new law set to make the cryptocurrency legal tender. Absolutely very big. And very interestingly, perhaps surprisingly, Bank of America recently outlined at least 4 potential benefits to El Salvador accepting Bitcoin. This was a report published about 2 months ago saying the country's adoption of Bitcoin could streamline remittances, promote financial digitization, provide greater consumer choice, and open the country to foreign investors. And this is potentially just the beginning of a long line of dominoes falling as Bitcoin prepares to stick its ooey gooey little fingers into every corner of the world. Wow, and today we saw Bitcoin have another very nice move up. After spending about a week at the very bottom of this channel, we have now bounced upwards here. And as you can see, set a new local high, the highest that Bitcoin has been since it was plummeting below very key levels back on May 11th. In fact, May 11th was one of the most dumpy days before the ultimate mega dumpy day about a week later on May 19th. But yeah, at this point, Bitcoin is doing very well. As you can see on this chart, after holding this massive level of resistance, turned support now, we have now headed up into pretty much the last actual area of resistance, which is almost the entire $50,000 range where Bitcoin spent 3 entire months teeter-tottering. So also still very likely Bitcoin is in the middle of this breakout after breaking out of this multi-week, about 2-week symmetrical triangle type pattern here. Bitcoin has been heading to the upside and just smashing through absolutely key levels. And we've just recently surpassed one of our big fettuccine levels here, even on this 1-hour chart. But yeah, I mean, one of the things I want to highlight here, I want to make this kind of a quick little update because Bitcoin has now breached one of the bear's #1 targets. The $50,000 to $52,000 level is a target that bears have been screaming about Bitcoin will get rejected at. Although they were saying that about 46,000, they were saying that about 40,000, they were saying it about 36,000, 35,000, even 30,000, and it just keeps going up. The only thing worse than being a moon boy is being a little itsy bitsy baby bear. And with that being said, I just wanted to highlight this. Once we got that very nice bullish cross for Bitcoin, the golden cross, which we're on track to be seeing within about 2 weeks from now, we saw Bitcoin have an exponential move, and this is exactly what that move would look like, if we repeated something similar. Now, I'm not saying we will. In fact, I don't think we'll repeat a 700% move similar to when we saw from the middle of 2020 to all-time highs currently of about 65K. However, I do think that we are going to be seeing pumpage for the next few months, and again, bleeding over into 2022. I think it's very, very likely. And realistically, this is just what that would look like plotted on this chart. We just took the blast from about 8K to 65K, roughly. But yeah, I mean, some resistance at all-time highs is to probably be expected. But yeah, the time frame here, it is even possible that we could reach an all-time high before 2022 even comes. But Bitcoin would have to be as explosive as it was at the beginning of 2020, which again, I think is possible. I don't think it's the most likely scenario, but of course, I do think it is possible. If it did repeat a move similar to what it did on its initial run of initial blast of this bull cycle, then a $200,000 Bitcoin is not out of the cards. But keep in mind, my realistic target, I think, potentially is a very high scenario for Bitcoin this cycle, is about $150,000. Could it go higher? Absolutely. Of course it could, and I think it's more likely it'll go higher than it will not go above 6 digits, meaning I think that the chances of us absolutely going higher than most of us expect is much higher than the chances of us not even reaching 6 digits, which I've always said is extremely likely. But keep in mind as well, if we really see Bitcoin start to take off here, then we should expect altcoins to lag behind a little bit, because when Bitcoin moves, similar to like what we saw at the beginning of 2020, altcoins get a little bit of fun and excitement sucked out of them. And then when Bitcoin is able to stabilize for a longer period of time, like we saw back here, this is when altcoins get really pumpy, when Bitcoin can just trade sideways. But as of right now, Bitcoin is just in such a good position in every sense. Technically, we could have a pretty big dump and Bitcoin would still be in a very good position. The juice is loose. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, turn notifications to these absolutely time-sensitive alerts. Make sure to check out the ADA competition below, as well as Tyler's Crypto if you wanted any deals, bonuses, APY, anything like that. Without any further ado, that's it for me. Bye-bye.